The constitutional commissions and independent offices were established by the Constitution of Kenya 2010 to not only discharge their specific individual mandates as stipulated under the Constitution, but to also meet the common objective of protecting the sovereignty of the people of Kenya, securing observance by all state organs of democratic values and principles, and promoting constitutionalism.
This year, 2022, is unique as a unique year for the CCIOs. The Forum of Chairs is marking 10 years of existence, and equally, most of the member institutions happen to have just turned 10 years a couple of years or months ago, or are turning 10 years since their establishment.
Pursuant to this common objective as defined under Chapter 15 of the Constitution, the chairpersons of constitutional commissions and holders of independent office decided to establish a collaborative and consultative forum to provide an avenue for collaboration and consultation without compromising the independence of each of the institutions.
There has always been an issue of budget deficits. And most of the commissions are being challenged by this in as far as the execution of their mandate is concerned. But I'm happy that now the judiciary has been able to get that judiciary fund, which was a constitutional requirement, but was not implemented. So there are also some of the powers that have been given by the constitution, but when it comes to execution, it becomes a challenge.
To fulfill their individual and collective mandate, it was crucial that this forum holds regular consultative meetings to discuss how best to discharge their responsibilities and to explore ways and means of strengthening their partnerships in order to enhance the oversight rules.
To mark the 10 years, the forum lined up a series of activities to celebrate and highlight their achievements. Some of the key activities are as highlighted below. A public lecture, which was hosted in conjunction with the University of Nairobi last week. We've had a series of media engagements, and yesterday we had the profound privilege of paying a courtesy call to His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Every year, the forum holds a conference to take stock on progress made in policy, legal, and regulatory reforms, in addition to reviewing the development of related institutional frameworks.
And to celebrate 10 years since the establishment of the forum, all CCIOs evaluated their performance as conferred to them by the Constitution and other statutes, and as highlighted in the compendium themed Taking Stock that will be unveiled shortly. The compendium also highlights the CCIO's strategic direction for the next 10 years and aligning them to the government's blueprints.
The report, launched on April 13, 2022, highlighted their critical milestones during the last decade in the discharge of their respective mandates so that the public and other stakeholders can draw inspiration from these unique stories.
But the commissions and the independent offices were created in recognition of the reality that the three traditional branches of government could not optimally protect constitutional democracy. Owing to a troubled history of non-adherence to the Constitution and the rule of law, and based on the emerging need to ring-fence the operations of selection and also to shepherd our democratic governance. So we were created as Chapter 15 commissions and independent offices.
So let us display the compendium. Let's display it. Let us display the compendium.
The report also highlights the CCIO's key plans and agendas for the next 10 years, aligning them to our various strategic plans and the government's blueprints. Indeed, the celebrations were a reflection of the splendid service that the institutions have selflessly rendered to the citizens amid a myriad of challenges.
What we have done is to make sure that everybody particularly looks at Chapter 4, which is on human rights, fundamental rights, and adheres to that chapter. Looking at the fact that the National Gender and Equality Commission came into being in that chapter, Article 59, Sub-Article 4 and 5.
The event ended with a call to the CCIOs to continue safeguarding the sovereignty of Kenyans by championing for democracy and upholding good values and principles.
Yeah.